Hi, my name is Robert Healer. Today we're going to be discussing an article called He Blew the Whistle in Health Giants Quake. This is an article for Accounting 6650, Business Access Seminar at SCU. This article is about a normal person before then, named of Jeff Allerson, who had the moral courage to take on the hospital corporations and to have the patience to do it, to see it through. To start our story out, he was working for a hospital in the ski town of Montana, and his boss, Mr. Jessup, ended up moving on to a different place. And so the board of directors decided to hire this corporation to run the hospital. They promised that they could get the most amount of money back from the government for their expenses. They didn't tell him how. So Mr. Anderson learned how that was possible. Because he was asked by the new person, Mr. Epsom, do you file 2 cost reports? He didn't know what he meant. Then, when he explained to him, he knew that wasn't right, that was not ethical, that was not something he would do. This would cost him his job. He would not follow along with them. Because he had the moral courage to say no. So what goes on is he tries to find a different job and he's not able to. He was kind of angry, so he was talking to his former boss, Mr. Jessup, and his boss told him about case he heard in California, a quid pro, basically that he could file a lawsuit with the government against his corporation. And this is what he does. Before he does that, he ended up getting his cost reports back from the hospital and examining them and seeing that they were overcharging expenses, just like he figured, through a wrongful termination lawsuit. And while he was going through this, the government kept asking, we need to extend it. He was like, okay. But he knew that he had to be confidential because no matter what he did, he never told anybody that what he was doing. He had a secret from everybody besides his immediate family. Because when he hired another person to help him with explaining the cost reports to the government, before he hired the person, he had him sign a confidential agreement saying that he would not share this with anybody. And when he got through the cost reports, he knew that something was wrong. He was a former Medicaid auditor. He had experience doing this. And he knew that they were doing things that were not correct. And it took some time for the case to become a sale, the way he could talk to people about what's going on. And in the meantime, he spent his nights searching, going over the cost reports, and examining them that the government sent to him, that they requested from the hospital corporations. He spent much time, and when he went to visit his kids, he would always stop by the library, try to learn more about this. He knew that something was wrong, and he wanted to deal with it. And things were going slowly, he thought, so that's why he tried to bring in more people to help the government to speed things along. So he hired a lawyer who was a former Medicaid process care. And the lawyer was able to talk to his FBI contact. Through this, they were to get subpoenas and people arrested at the corporation for if they were doing wrong. I think that's wonderful. But the shocking part is, what it really thought would be 60 days actually turned out to be almost 6 years. 6 years of him being patient, examining the cost reports, going to trips to the government, continually making up stories to his family saying where he was going to. Well, nobody would raise suspicions, which is kind of impressive because it took so long, but he never quit. He knew that this is what he needed to do. And when the government was taking too long, he would try to speed the process as best as he could. because he had the moral ethics to take on the corporations. And at the very end, for 6 long years, the case got unsealed, and he was able to talk to people about what was going on. His new job, and told them, hey, we know that we've hired the correct person because of this. He could look at his family and say that he was proud of what he's done, even though it took some time to take on the corporations that were doing wrong, and he won.